Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's first session of After Hours with William O'Neill India, dated December 5, 2022. So, before we go ahead, I would like to give a small disclaimer that any stock, any security that we might discuss in today's session should not be considered as a buy or sell recommendation, and we are just doing it for educational purpose. Without taking up much time, I'll start with Nifty's chart analysis for the day. And after muted opening, as you can see, Nifty had a very sharp fall of around 120 points during the day. Made a low below 18,600, then climbed again, then again had a fall. So at the end, Nifty remained highly volatile through the day and just marginally closed above the 18,700 mark. And post last week's gain, where Nifty was gaining continuously over session or sessions on for 5 to 6 sessions from the previous week and the week before that, you could see some kind of profit booking in Nifty in Friday's session and as well as in today's session as well. Overall, Nifty managed to close in the green, but even as you were talking about action from in the broader market action was still lacking. If you look at it, broader market indices such as uh, your mid cap, small cap. I mean, today was did move higher by around 0.3, 0.4%. But overall, if you look at the entire gamut of stocks, you cannot see a wide base or a broad based movement in the Indian equities at the moment. Talking about, I mean, in terms from the O'Neill perspective and from a technical front, you can see, I mean, that people who've been following our mailers and the pre-bell and the after-hour show that, sorry, your Nifty 50 continues to remain in confirmed uptrend and the D-Day count continues to remain very low at 1. Overall, Nifty is trading well above the 21 DMA, 50 DMA, and well above the 200 DMA as well. So overall, if we talk about, I mean, Nifty is finding some kind of support near the 10 EMA front. I mean, we don't usually talk about the 10 EMA because uh, it can be used in times of choppy markets where Nifty finds supports there probably and sometimes rebounds from there as well. So if Nifty rebounds from here, probably Nifty can test the 19,000 levels going forward as well. Probably can cross the 19,000 levels as well. Overall, till the point in time, your D-Day count remains low. Nifty continues to trade above the 21 DMA. Probably the confirmed uptrend and the rally in Nifty would continue. Overall, what we would like to see is participation from the broader markets, which is probably lacking at the moment. So if we get that participation in the broader market, that would be really good for the overall rally to sustain. Talking about top gainers and losers, the gainers were from the metal sector, as the even the indices gained a lot, around 1.8, 1.9%. So similarly, you can see Hindalco gained by around 4.5%, Tata Steel by around 3.1. The other gainers were UPL by 2.5, Coal India by 2.1, ONGC by 2%. Similarly, on the losers front, Apollo Hospital lost by around 2%, Reliance by around 1.5, Tata Motors by around 1.5, telecom by 1.3, and Britannia by 1.1%. Now, just talking about sectors on the previous slide, you can see the one sector that probably stands out is your Nifty Metal, which gained by around 1.9%. The other we've been talking about in the last few weeks, the month as well, has been the Nifty PSU Bank. So you can see the PSU Bank rallying. I mean, post a good set of numbers on the Q2 front as well. You could see rally in the PSU Bank sectors across the PSU banks that have been coming up with a decent set of numbers. Talking about key news, your Eurozone November services PMI came at 48.5 versus estimate of 48.6. Lupin launched rufinamide tablets USP in the US. Rufinamide tablets had an annual sales of 138 million in the country. HPL bags orders bags orders for supply of 5G electric products for top telecom companies. Infosys announced a new proximity center in Sweden. Tata Motors JLR UK sales increased by 2.6% YOY and 15.2% month on month to 4,204 units. JSL Jindal Stainless Steel partnered with Renew Power to set up 300 megawatt renewable power project. Uh, so now we come to the chart of the day, and the chart of the day is Axis Bank. And it's a disclaimer that's not a buy or sell recommendation, and we're currently just doing it for educational purpose. So, talking about the bank is the third largest private sector bank in India with a balance sheet of around 11.8 lakh crores as of September 2022. Has a large footprint across India with 4,760 branches. Retail and SME comprises of 69% of the loan. So in the Q2 FY23 result, you could see healthy growth and uptick in the name boosting the bank's margin. Loan growth was very good at around 17.6% YY. Even the retail book grew by around 22%. NII grew by around 31% YY, and even NIMs expanded by 36 pips QOQ to 3.96%. Asset quality for the company, asset quality for the bank improved as well. GNPA came down by 26 pips QOQ to 2.6%. Going forward, if you look at levers that can drive the performance for the bank is like risk-adjusted focus on the unsecured segment to aid growth, which are the uh, higher margin loans for the banks, improvement in business mix and faster asset repricing to aid deals in terms of more your um, not the fixed rate loans but your floating rate loans in terms of times like these where your central banks and even our RBI, the central bank has been increasing rates. So these are the times where probably your floating rates tend to do well than your fixed rate loans. And even to keep the cost to asset, that is the cost to asset for the company to be less than 2.5% ROA, and your ROCs will also be expected to expand with improvement in business outlook for the bank. So similarly, it can be seen in the estimates for the next 3 years, and what we've been talking about can be seen in the financial performance in the last 6 to 7 quarters of the company. From the William O'Neill perspective as well, it is satisfying all the parameters. And as you can see, institutional holding, even at a high base of more than 1,300 funds have been increasing as well, which is a really good sign. And similarly, if we talk about it, this last time the stock breakout from a cup with handle base did rally and is currently forming a flat base in is around 2% to the pivot, and has been steadily rising on the right hand side of the base, well trading above the 2150 and the 200 DMA. The if the stock probably has a breakout on above average volume, and like you can see big volume bars coming in now and stock breaking out, that can be a good sign for the stock. Similarly, when you in the previous base, you can see you could see a good accumulation on the right hand side and then a very clean breakout. This stock did came back to its 2021 DMA before the sell off in the markets. This was probably during the sell off in the markets where the bank tested its 200 DMA. Post that, it had a one-way rally as well. So, considering the markets continue to stay in confirmed uptrend, you could see this if the stock breaks out, you can see a good gains in the stock as well in the coming times. So thank you, and that's it from my side. And stay tuned, stay connected with us on the pre-bell and the after-hour space. Pre-bell morning 8:45 p.m. and after